Have you ever wondered why the impossible is so attractive? Why we dream of what we can't have? And why what seems unattainable ends up moving mountains of money, creating entire industries, and reshaping the history of humanity? Today we're diving into the psychology of the unattainable, why the impossible sparks desire, how that desire transforms into wealth, and how humanity advances by chasing what always feels just out of reach. Stay tuned, because what you're about to discover might change the way you understand success, money, and even human motivation itself. Human beings don't move toward what's easy. We move toward what's difficult, toward what's forbidden, toward what's scarce. History is filled with examples. Empires spent fortunes chasing spices. The gold rush turned mountains into booming cities, and the internet was born from the impossible idea of connecting the entire planet. The unattainable obsesses us, and that obsession fuels innovation and wealth creation. Today, we'll uncover the hidden psychology behind it. And at the end, I want you to share in the comments. What's your impossible? What dream feels out of reach, but worth chasing? The psychology of the impossible is about why humans are especially attracted to things that are hard to get. Our brain is not neutral when it faces scarcity barriers or uncertainty. It reacts by making those things feel more valuable and desirable. Scarcity amplifies value. When something is rare, the brain interprets it as more precious. In evolutionary terms, limited resources were worth seeking and protecting. Today, when a product is marketed as limited edition or sells out quickly, that scarcity automatically makes us want it more. Dopamine and uncertainty dopamine. The chemical tied to motivation doesn't just rise when we get a reward, it spikes when the reward is uncertain. That's why games of chance gambling, or even waiting for a delivery update, engage us so strongly. Uncertainty transforms desire into a drive we can't easily switch off. From ancient tales like Adam and Eve to the world of modern advertising, the allure of the forbidden is a powerful force. People often find themselves drawn to what they cannot have. For example, limited release sneakers or exclusive tech gadgets spark an immense craving when they sell out, raising their desirability and status among peers. Our psychology is wired to seek what's difficult to obtain, making the chase just as enticing as the prize itself. As individuals race to secure these coveted items, they experience a rush of emotions, anticipation, urgency, and sometimes even desperation. The value of these products transcends their physical attributes. It becomes entwined with the perception of status and exclusivity. This psychological phenomenon reinforces our innate drive for what is hard to get, suggesting that the journey to obtain these treasures may even be more rewarding than the items themselves. History shows that the pursuit of the impossible has often become a powerful engine of wealth creation. Scarcity and unattainability have driven exploration, innovation, and entire industries, proving that human craving for the difficult has consistently built fortunes. Gold and spices. In the age of exploration, gold, silver, spices, and silk were scarce commodities in Europe. Their rarity sparked voyages across oceans, leading to the establishment of global trade routes and colonial empires. Wealth was not built on abundance, but on the desperate pursuit of what seemed distant and difficult to obtain. The California Gold Rush in 1849. The discovery of gold in California launched one of history's most famous migrations of desire. Thousands risked everything for the almost impossible hope of striking it rich. While most never found gold, their quest gave birth to booming cities like San Francisco, banking industries, and large-scale commerce. Wealth built not from the mineral itself, but from the mass pursuit of it. Luxury as economic driver. Diamonds, fine art, and luxury watches illustrate how difficulty sustains value. These items are not prized for their practical utility, but for their scarcity craftsmanship or exclusivity. Luxury markets drive billions because humanity seeks the unattainable, not the ordinary. Tech startups and the internet, many of today's global giants, Google, Apple, Amazon, were once seen as impossible ideas. A worldwide digital marketplace, personal computers in every home, a search engine indexing the entire web. These impossibilities, chased by visionary entrepreneurs and investors, redefined economies and now dominate global wealth. Key insight. The history of wealth shows that what seems impossible, or at least hard to access, becomes the spark that moves people, grows industries, and transforms societies. Difficulty doesn't just inspire desire, it creates economies. Theories and perspectives on the impossible reveal how psychology, economics, and leadership intersect to shape human behavior. What is scarce, forbidden, or beyond reach consistently captures our imagination and drives both personal ambition and collective progress. Economics of desire in markets and daily life difficulty boosts demand. When access is limited, people interpret the object or goal as more valuable. This explains why luxury brands thrive on exclusivity. The harder it is to acquire, the stronger the desire becomes. Reverse psychology. Humans are naturally drawn to what they are told they cannot have. From childhood rules to marketing strategies, the forbidden or exclusive object becomes irresistible. Barriers and restrictions act like magnets, amplifying curiosity and desire. Scarcity theory, Mullainathan and Shafir. Behavioral economists. Sendhil Mullainathan and Eldar Shafir showed that scarcity sharpens focus. When resources, time, money, or opportunities are limited, the human brain becomes more attentive and motivated. While scarcity fuels productivity, it can also trap people in cycles of short-term thinking, proving both its power and its danger. Narratives of the impossible. Great leaders and visionaries tap into this psychology by framing their goals as impossible dreams. John F. Kennedy's promise to go to the moon movements to end poverty, or today's pursuit of building artificial intelligence, inspire not because they are easy, but because they stretch the human imagination. By making the difficult seem within reach, leaders transform impossibility into motivation. Desire is strongest when it collides with barriers. Scarcity, prohibition, and bold visions all operate by making the unattainable feel essential. This is why the impossible has always been humanity's most powerful engine of progress. The dark side of the impossible shows that the same forces that inspire progress can also lead to harm. When the unattainable is exploited, it shifts from being a source of human growth to a destructive trap. Gambling and casinos thrive on the psychology of uncertainty. Because dopamine spikes hardest when rewards are unpredictable. People are drawn to gambling despite the odds being stacked against them. Here, the impossible dream of winning big often destroys lives instead of building them. Get-rich-quick scams. Scams exploit human desire for shortcuts to wealth. Promises of fast money with little effort lure people with an impossible fantasy. Instead of creating opportunity, these schemes prey on vulnerability and end in financial loss, mistrust, and disillusion. The luxury trap. Luxury markets can elevate culture and craftsmanship, but they also carry a darker side. Many people fall into the trap of chasing appearances. Cars, watches, designer clothes, mistaking status symbols for genuine wealth or fulfillment. This endless pursuit often results in dead anxiety and emptiness. Key difference: inspiring versus toxic impossibles. The crucial distinction lies in the outcome. Inspiring impossibles, like space exploration, scientific breakthroughs, or social progress, pull humanity forward by expanding our horizons. Toxic impossibles, like gambling illusions or fraudulent schemes, consume energy, resources, and hope without creating real value. The impossible is a double-edged sword. When used wisely, it drives innovation and greatness. But when exploited, it can trap individuals in cycles of loss and illusion. The challenge is learning to chase the impossibles that build us and resist the ones that break us. The psychology of the impossible is not only about history, economics, or society. It can also be applied to your own life. By understanding how the mind craves challenge and scarcity, you can set goals that inspire growth instead of trapping you. Define your personal impossible. Choose a dream that feels beyond your current reach, but excites your soul. It could be writing a book, building a business, running a marathon, or learning a new skill. The point is not that it's impossible forever, but that it stretches your vision far beyond the comfort zone. Break it into a process, turning the big vision into clear steps to prevent discouragement. Each action, planning, learning, small achievements, becomes wealth in the form of knowledge, resilience, and experience. Progress toward the impossible is as valuable as the end goal itself. Not every impossible is worth pursuing. Chasing goals based only on status, appearance, or illusion often ends in emptiness. The true power of the impossible is in transformation, choosing challenges that expand your capacity, create meaning, and inspire others around you. Using the psychology of the impossible in your life means daring to aim higher, working step by step and focusing on goals that lead to personal growth rather than shallow recognition. The right impossibles don't consume you, they change you. The unattainable drives the world. If gold had been everywhere, empires wouldn't exist. If the internet had been easy, it wouldn't have reshaped humanity. And if impossible dreams didn't exist, life itself would be unbearably boring. So next time you see something impossible, don't turn away. Ask yourself, could this be the spark that changes my life? If this journey made you think differently, hit that like button, share this video, and subscribe. And now I want to hear from you. What's your impossible, that dream that feels far away, but you know deep down it's worth chasing?